Hi, I'm surprised I got my name is EO, but I'm actually from Silver Spring, Maryland. I'm actually a long time listener. I started watching you guys in college. Love the show.
Thanks, EO.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of criticize some of the reporting that's going on in Ethiopia. Yesterday there were, not yesterday, but last week, there were several rallies that were happening all over the world, basically around the No More movement. Sorry, and I thought it was I think a lot of people from the Silver Spring area, a lot of Ethiopians, I talked to a lot of them, I have a lot of cousins, family, they've been kind of really pissed at the reporting that's going on in kind of the mainstream media of kind of what's going on in Ethiopia.
Okay, so just to fill people in, okay? Ethiopia is at war with Tigray, and stop me when I'm wrong about any of this, because I know just the basic outlines. The Tigray is a region of Ethiopia. Up until very recently, the country was essentially ethnic Tigrayans, I guess. I don't know how tended to run the country, and that changed in I'm not sure, but not too long ago, when the majority of people voted, I guess, for folks from a different area of Ethiopia to run the country. And what ultimately happened was that Ethiopia and Eritrea, which have their own long history of ongoing war, decided that they were going to deal with Tigray. And I mean, is that basically correct? Broad strokes.
Yeah, I think you've kind of given a good summary of what's happened in the last probably 40 years or so of Ethiopian history and politics. But yeah, basically the kind of anger that I've seen in a lot of Ethiopians, at least within the DMV area, at least, comes from just some of the reporting that's going on, basically stating that kind of the I think I'll just continue from there. But basically the reporting saying that the current government is the one who kind of wanted this war and kind of started this war, when in fact it was kind of the opposite, given the fact that the first shots fired were from the TPLF. And I mean, definitely, I think that on my end, and I think most people that I know, and they kind of want for peace talks and negotiations to start. But I think it's just mainly kind of some of the headlines that come out that just misreport things, and I think there's a kind of an agenda. At least what most people think, that there's an agenda because of the long reign of the previous government has kind of funneled crazy amounts of money into think tanks and things of that nature, and it's kind of just kind of opened the eyes of a lot of people, like even me, seeing that I never thought this would happen to we've seen this in countless countries, but it's just kind of
All right. Well, I'm curious as to what your take, but let me just also characterize my understanding of how the conflict became hotter. The federal government wanted to suspend elections, or I guess regional elections, because of COVID. And in Tigray, they ended up going ahead with their elections. I think it was just sort of like for the state or the region. And then the federal government cut funding for Tigray. And then Tigrayan forces attacked a federal outpost there, I think, like a military base, which was, part of the federal government. And that's where basically things started up in that situation.
Yeah.
And so
those are like the chain of events. Yep.
And you're saying that the coverage has been unfair to the federal Ethiopian government because of relationships that Tigrayan institutions had made with think tanks and press over the years that they were in control of Ethiopia.
Yes, that's a better way of stating what I was going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I should just say, like, I hope people understand that I do not have a deep understanding of this. I know these broad outlines. I know enough to know that, to understand the context of your claims. I just don't know. I mean, I didn't understand the Ethiopian Eritrean conflict for so many years. In some respects, it seems like it's the flip side of this one. It's just that Eritrea and Ethiopia were the Tigrayans were running Ethiopia at that time. I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely, I think, something, we'll try and dig into more. I want to give you the opportunity to express your opinion about it. I imagine there may be some others who have a different perspective on it. I just wanted to say, like, I'm coming from a similar boat as you, to be honest, because I was actually born here and I kind of didn't follow a lot of what was going on over there. But, I try to stay pretty much like in the middle of things. Just try to listen to, politics. I started getting interested actually into kind of African politics, international politics from Michael, actually. Right.
He kind of opened the doors for me with Mr. Alamati. So I listened to a lot of, his videos, a lot of his kind of talks that he had on Michael's show. And, unfortunately, and I don't know if it's a, good point to say right now, but I just wanted to say, Mr. Alamati did have a couple videos on this topic, and I didn't fully agree with what he was stating. It was just something that, everybody has only so much time to, to go into these types of topics. So, like, I can understand, where he's coming from, but at the same time, I just felt like, as I'm learning a little bit more about this and, trying to figure out.
Who else do you recommend that we read into, if not Alamati?
There was a YouTube channel actually that I started getting into. It's called Breakthrough News. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They brought in an individual. Her name is Hermela Aragawi. They're very left-wing in international politics, I'd say. So I would say definitely check them out. There's a couple of other
Hermela Aragawi?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She was actually also Tigrayan and kind of changed her opinion on this. So, but anyhow, I just want to say I love you guys. I'm really surprised to get on here.
Appreciate the call.
Thanks so much.